In today's video, I'm going to show you how to renovate your lawn in a way that's so easy anyone can do it. Now I say that because fall is the best time of year to ever consider redoing your lawn. Temperatures are going to be cooler, and there's going to be more rain and moisture, and all of that is going to make this job go a lot easier. The first step is the easiest of all. You're just going to mow your lawn, but this time you're going to cut it a lot shorter. So adjust your lawnmower so that it's cutting between 2 and 2.5 inches. Now this isn't what I would call scalping your lawn, but you're definitely going to cut it short enough so that the next step will be that much easier. And for this mowing, make sure that you bag your clippings. You want to get everything off the lawn to have it as clean as possible. Next, if you've got a built-in irrigation system, you're going to want to go ahead and mark the sprinkler heads. Now the easiest way to do this is to just turn it on zone by zone for a minute or two, and then use something to mark the location of each head. Sprinkler flags like these are cheap and they work great, but if you don't have these, you can use something like snow stakes, or if you don't have anything, you can even use some butter knives from a plastic silverware set. Now it's time for the secret weapon for any kind of lawn renovation, and that's to aerate your lawn. When you aerate your lawn, you're essentially punching a bunch of holes in it, but that's actually a good thing. Now normally aeration is good to relieve compaction, and it also allows things like water and fertilizer to get deep into the roots of the grass. And you are going to get all those benefits, but when you do it in the fall with a renovation, you're going to get one more, because we're going to be putting down seed in the lawn, and aeration is going to make that job a lot easier. And the easiest way to get access to an aerator is to rent it. They're typically going to cost under $100 a day, and any place that rents equipment will definitely have these on hand. And there are many different types of aerators on the market, but the kind you're going to want for your house is a core aerator, and it gets that name because the things that it's punching out of the lawn are small cores of your soil and a little bit of grass on top. And I've used many of these over the years, and the best advice I can give you is to ask the rental shop for the easiest machine that you can manage. Some of them have the ability to turn a lot easier, or they're a little bit lighter weight. When you're aerating the lawn, you want to be as even as possible, but it's not critical that you get every single inch. In fact, with a machine like this, you're not going to be able to get right to the edge, and you're going to have some areas, maybe by a bed or a walkway, that you just can't get the machine in at all. When you're done with the aeration, you're going to have cores like this all over your lawn. Now these look a little bit weird, but you don't have to do anything with them at all. I get many questions asking if you should rake these up or do something else, and the real answer is no. Just leave them alone. In about 2 weeks, they'll break back down and go right back into the soil. With the aeration done, we're ready for a much easier step, and that's to put down our new grass seed. And you're going to want to pick a type of grass seed that you've used in the past, but if you don't know which one to pick and you're in the north, a good recommendation is Jonathan Green's Black Beauty Ultra. I've used that for a number of years with really good results. And when you're putting down seed like this on an existing lawn, it's called overseeding. And when you're overseeding, most bags are going to recommend that you put about 3 to 5 pounds of grass seed per 1,000 square feet. But any brand of seed you buy is going to have instructions, so use those as a general guide to determine how much to put down. And putting it down is really easy. You're just going to need a type of lawn spreader, adjust the settings to match what they tell you on the bag, and then just walk around your lawn to get good, even coverage. But there's one really important thing that you never want to forget when you're putting down grass seed, and that's to make sure that you're not blowing any of it into your garden beds, because those beds are perfect to grow grass, and that will end up being more like a weed that you're going to have to deal with later. If you look close at these aeration holes, you can see how much grass seed went into each one, and those are going to act kind of like little planters, and you're going to have a much better germination rate inside those holes. But much of that seed, even between them, will also germinate as well, but overall this is going to be the best way to overseed your lawn and give you a really great result. This next step is optional, but if you do it, it's going to help that new grass seed grow a lot better, and that's to put down a fertilizer. But anytime you're putting down new grass seed, you want to use what's called a starter fertilizer. This is balanced differently because new grass can get burned up by stronger fertilizers, and there are many different brands of starter fertilizers on the market, but the one I'm using here is made by the Andersons, and I've had really good results with it. And you don't have to be worried about fertilizer like you were the seed when it comes to garden beds. It's not going to matter if you get a little bit of overlap. People will spend so much time buying fancy fertilizers and other products after their lawn is having problems, but doing this simple lawn renovation in the fall is going to have more impact than just about anything else you can do. Another tip for core aeration is if you have a small area that you can't get a machine into, this is a device that can make that job a little bit easier. It's made by the company Lanzi. They sent me this at no charge and I wanted to try it out. Now it has these 3 prongs on the bottom and they're made of stainless steel. You can even replace them. It's doing the exact same job as that gas-powered machine, but on a smaller scale. When you push the tool into the ground for the first time, the core stays in the tine, but because it's got those little ramps, the next core will push out the first one, and then you just repeat the process and you do as much as your lawn as you can. And with all the steps complete, the final one is to water everything in. Now if you've got automatic sprinklers, doing that is really easy, but if you don't, that's part of the reason why you're doing it in the fall. Because you're likely going to get more natural rainfall, and that would eliminate doing any water-ins on your own. But you can at least water your new seed once a day. Try to keep it damp as best you can, but if you do miss a day or have some time where it dries out, it's typically not going to be a disaster because of the cooler temps of the season. But what if you've got a lawn full of weeds? But at this point in the fall, my recommendation is to just wait for the spring. Your brand new grass is going to start growing, and you can deal with any weeds that pop up using the video that I linked in the upper right-hand corner to help you get rid of them. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already for more videos coming up.